Okay, let me quickly cover a couple of the stocks that we've been trading lately. First one I'm going to cover is Feye. I'm not going to get into the fundamental analysis. There are many other traders in the room and on the other forums who are far well versed on understanding the nuances of Feye. I look at it very simplistically, even though I understand the details quite well. Just don't want to spend time talking about them. That Feye is in a very sweet spot, given everything that's going on. Very simple terms: more hacking, more Feye business. Simple as that. So, saying all that, let's look to see what happened here. The stock we recommended around these levels went berserk. It was up 25%. Okay, so 25%. It gave back a little bit, and guess what? It gave back. It gave back exactly the 50% retracement, give or take. 50% retracement is around 31.90, as you can see here. 50% retracement, and the stock closed at around 31.50. So my belief is that it's going to try to attempt and get back and finish this pattern that it's tried to finish, which is around 37. It was 37 back on the 5th of August. Let me get my drawing tool out. So it's doing this. I think that's what it's going to do. I'm not going to be too piggy about this. I believe I bought I've been scaling into this Feye. And I think that unless it completely breaks down below, let's say 30, in which case the 27 comes into play again, I'll certainly go short of those levels. But as long as this holds, and you can call this a left shoulder, the head, the right shoulder here at the 30 level, or you can even call this, a left shoulder and a right shoulder, multiple shoulders. This thing is destined for 37 bucks. How quickly will it happen? I don't know. Maybe I personally think it happens in the next by next week. So let's see. Let's it's very much in focus, and let's monitor these levels very closely. Looking at the bigger picture on the chart, it remains the same. I've shown some beautiful charts on this, where we are. And again, this is a high beta stock, so I expect that this can be looked at as a bearish engulfing. But again, I'm looking at the shorter term picture, what it's doing, and so far nothing it's done is that alarming. But again, be careful. Looking at the stochastics on a 1 hour basis, you can see it's quite oversold. It was oversold here, quite oversold, same levels as here. And so if the pattern continues, this should have a bounce where it gets back towards the 34 level and hopefully takes out the 34, 35 and go from there. So I'll keep everyone updated as much as possible, and we'll go from there. Let's take a look at a new pick here. This company, I put in the little synopsis and what they do and everything. A new Israeli IPO, phenomenal company. What they do, this is more of a European play with their cameras for vehicles and things like that. They're coming up with earnings tomorrow morning. I bought a little common, and we'll see what happens. What I find to be interesting from a trader perspective is the fact that this stock is an IPO which bottomed at around 31 after opening at these levels, and at this point this could be looked on as a nice high bull flag. The company's growing in leaps and bounds, so all the numbers and everything are intact. If this is a bull flag, this thing can again, it's a risk play, can take out 51 and move fast and hard. And it's not a name that's in everyone's lips yet. I believe Kramer covered it the night before, something I read. But aside from that, Mbly is not something that is a common name yet. So this reminds me a little bit of GoPro, except no one knows about it yet. All right, so just keep that in mind. These are new levels, and this was perfect. A nice cup, a handle. Should have looked at this from these levels, and then now it's in a full breakout mode. So keep an eye on this one, okay? could be a 60 $70 stock before you know it. We've seen enough of those and not taken full advantage of those type of moves. GoPro, what can I say? It's just phenomenal. I mean, if you measure the cup here, which is 50 and 38, 36, that's 14 points. So we break out of the 50 cup, 14 points makes it 64. So it gets to about 64. Hey, it can. That's the 161.8%, level. I showed this in one of my charts. These type of extreme moves do happen, and they were presenting at the Citigroup Global Conference today, and they talked up big. All the monetization ventures and everything going on. Who knows? They partner with, for all I know, they partner with Apple. They partner with, with one of the bigger names, and boom, they go. So this is pretty serious stuff going on here. Overbought, oversold levels don't really matter at this point. This stock is a very high momentum stock, and any dip, I'm in it. And if it starts to move up over 50, let's say over 50, 60, I'm in it for the last couple of points. Keep in mind, claim to fame, called it right here around these levels, and everyone should remember that my calls are always at the lows, and as things creep higher and hit my targets, I normally get out, which I did. I leave a little bit on, which I got around these levels, and now here we go. All right, so. And this was that big inverse head and shoulder that I showed very clearly. It's one of my charts, you can put up there. I did the same thing with Twitter. I did the same thing with Splunk. So, these are things to keep in mind. Let's take a look at IS. I'm showing you some variant names here today. Let's take a look at ISRG. Where is that? ISRG caught my attention because one of the triggers went off on one of my screens. Signals. To take a look at it. I like this chart a lot. Okay, it's nothing. There's nothing here that not to dislike. Doesn't mean I'm in love with it. Remember, don't fall in love with stocks. Okay, stocks don't know you, and you just know them by a symbol. So don't go. Don't go crazy. So here's what I see. You have a large thing, a cup. You had that nice handle. We're in here. And then why is this in here? Okay, sorry. Large cup. This thing was actually, this is sort of tricky, but what can I say? We pulled it off, and then it did this. So now this level has to be. This is a handle, and the next move I believe is going to be around 540. So again, do what you need to do. The spreads are wide. Don't ask me about those things. You can buy a little common, or you can just basically buy buy in between the spreads, buy some September, October calls going out. But this is what I think is going to happen. Now my track record on ISRG is very strong. End of story. Let's take a look at SCTY. This stock is trying everyone's patience, but the last time it tried all our patience, it made a lot of money. So again, don't always have to have stocks react to when we think they should be. Stocks don't move at our beck and call. They move because they move at their beck and call. So I've shown some beautiful charts on this. These are falling wedges, and this is a if we break below 63, we're in trouble. But if we hold here, we very well could get up to the 75-80 level. You never know what type of announcements they're going to come up with, and India just announced. I just read that solar panel stuff going on, so I don't be surprised if Solar City is in the middle of that picture. So that's it for now. On stocks and the indices, please review these videocasts very carefully. We re-engage tomorrow, and thank you for your support. Bring your friends and colleagues to join us, and we're growing larger as a community. Let's get it huge. Okay, that's it, and good night.